Coach, I guess just talk about Loyola coming in here. A big rebounding team and a big three-point shooting team.
They do a really good job of their defensive boards and keeping you off the boards. I think really high defensive percentage there. And then they've got players that can shoot. They've got a really good three-point shooter that can also post up and put the ball on the floor. So she's going to be a tough one to match up with. So they've been playing well. They've been doing a really good job defensively and scoring. So we've got a tough opponent on Friday.
And you guys have been on a roll too. Just talk a little bit about how your team is rolling right now.
Yeah, we've been really pleased with how we've played. I think we've been locked in defensively, knowing how we need to play. I think our tempo and our pace has been pretty good. We've had a lot of production from different people, whether that's scoring, rebounding, getting to the free throw line, defending, and it's good to see.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Dr. Wynn, just the impact she's had while you've been here and your thoughts on her.
Yeah, so, this is a tough one because it's, it's really a gut punch, I think, to so many people. And I think for me, someone who did not work directly with her, but is reaping the benefits of what she did. It's just, just so honored to have known her and to be really part of something that she had a huge hand in. And, I think it's really important that everyone here, including our student athletes, understand, especially the women, understand that all of this didn't just happen. It took pioneers. It took a lot of people pushing and fighting for many years to give us opportunities, and she was one of those pioneers, and we're grateful and thankful for everything she did for us.
Is this something that you talked with your team about recently, or?
We did. I talked to the team about it. We kept them updated in her situation, and then when she passed, we talked to the team about what she meant to them, if they knew it or not. We wanted to make sure that they understood. I think when I played at the University of Tennessee, Pat Summitt always made sure that we understood legacy, and we understood how important it was to honor the people that came before you, and hopefully our players will feel that as well.
And the women's athletes, it's been so fast. It's been a couple decades, and that's since they were sewing their own uniforms to now where it's at. I mean, and it's people like that have gotten it.
Oh, we've made leaps, we've made bounds. I can't imagine that many years ago, women didn't even have an opportunity to play, much less play in this arena with 3,000 people in the stands. So just the opportunities that we have now, we just can't take those for granted.
Coach Rose said that the volleyball team and the basketball team shared uniforms.
Oh, well, that's how it used to be. I get it. And I did tell our players, it was long before me, obviously, but I'm one of them that was a benefactor from pioneers like Major.
Is the team going to put an insignia on the uniform, or what
we will have we'll have patches, and we will actually have T-shirts that we'll be wearing to honor her memory.
And this is a big weekend. You got alumni in town here and everything, a big homestand. So really an appropriate time to kind of salute her.
It's going to be bittersweet because it is such a big weekend for us. We're expecting a lot of alums back, which is so exciting. A time to celebrate, but I know it's going to be bittersweet because there is a lot of pain there and missing a big piece of that. But hopefully we can do our part and have great tributes to her this weekend as well.
And Coach, going into that weekend, the team's obviously taken a lot of strides in recent games. I was talking to Brice specifically about players who've been maximizing their minutes. She mentioned Sydney Schultz bringing a lot of energy. What do you see there behind the scenes and on the court that she's brought to this team?
Well, I think Sydney comes in every day and practices hard. She has a voice. I think she has done a really good job in encouraging and helping her teammates, especially in practice. And, sometimes it's hard when you're not getting minutes to come in and practice every day and really try to work to get better and help your team. And she's done that, and I think our team respects her for it.
Another player in that similar category is Abby Hipp, who Brice described as getting a lot more comfortable on the court. Do you see that as well?
Yeah, I'm really excited about how Abby is progressing. I think offensively we know what she can do. She hasn't statistically shot the ball well yet, but we know she can score. She's passing the ball really well, which we expect from her. But the thing that I'm most proud of, I really challenged her defensively through this stretch that we had some really tough post players to defend, and she has stepped up and done a great job, really taking the challenge to heart, I think, and it's been critical for our team defense and critical for our success during the stretch.
You mentioned the passing. That's something we've really noticed. I think Malloy was actually talking to you about it as well. What is that something she came in with, or?
I would love to say I taught Abby Hip how to pass, but I recruited the passer who is Abby Hip. Abby can really see the floor very well. She sees cuts before they happen, and I think that's a trait of a great passer. And sometimes post players, it's a unique situation being able to pass from a different angle. She's been able to find and convert on a lot of assists.
So Patrick Mahomes like.
Patrick Mahomes, like, yeah, both, yeah. I'll tell her that. She'll
There
be
you go.
thrilled to have been compared to him.
There you go. Brice, I guess just talk a little bit about what a role this team is on right now and coming home on a winning streak like this.
I think we've just had a more aggressive mentality, especially defensively, just trying to get stops, and that counters with our offense as well. I know everyone's been playing well as a team and just great camaraderie.
What does it mean for you guys to have like a big home stand like this, and just your thoughts on going against Loyola? What has Coach told you about them?
Just knowing them, they're playing very well, have some new faces that we haven't seen so far, and they're really crashing the boards hard. I think they're one of the top teams in the nation in that category, and we really need to stop that in order to have success. And this weekend also just being very proud of our pride and just success in women's basketball, just holding the alumni and then the future Lady Bears as well accountable.
Do you think you can double them up?
Oh, we're going to try, I don't know. Our men's team played pretty well last night, so I don't know if we can compete with that night.
Is this, I mean, somebody may look at the schedule and go, wow, this team's really changed a lot, but is it, you guys were building the foundation when you were having all those tough games early, right?
Oh, yes, just learning from them, just maybe like 2 or 3 plays could have been different. We might have won, or just would have been a difference in the game as a whole. And just getting over that lump, just knowing we're still going to grind and practice every day and just work towards the wins that we have now.
Obviously, a big part of this run has been players maximizing their minutes who maybe don't get as much time on the court. Looking at Abby Hip in particular, what has she kind of brought to the squad over this run?
Definitely physicality in the post. I think she's always on their best post defensive player, and I feel like her mentality is just get stops, and then of course hitting outside shots as well. She can shoot that. I think she's getting more comfortable offensively, and I think her minutes are very valuable for our team.
In a similar category, Sydney Schultz has kind of maximized her minutes as well. What has she brought?
Oh, definitely energy on the court in practice. Just very vocal, I would say, and just morally support. She's great on and off the court as well.